Welcome, guys. So we need to continue with this paper. Last time I solved question 1, 2, and 3. So we begin from question 4. Suffice to mention that this paper was requested by Silka. Okay. So we need to see how we can proceed and solve. All right. So we can begin and do the work together. So we have X, Y, and Z lie on a circle. Center O. All right. Then the first question is, write down the mathematical name of the line OX. 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 What do we call this in mathematics? Okay, the line that runs from the circumference up to the center of a circle is called a radius. That's what we call it in mathematics. What about this line, YZ? What do we call it in mathematics? Okay, so this line that runs from one end of the, from one point of the circumference to the other, this one, it is called a what? A chord, provided it doesn't pass through the center, which gives us a diameter. This one is a chord. So that is what we call this line. It is called a chord. Okay, so how do we write it? Chord. Then we have to measure now the length of OX. When you measure the length of OX, you're going to get 3.5. Okay, but sometimes in an exam, they give some tolerance error, which could be plus or minus 1. Or maybe, minus, or maybe could be, yeah, something like that. 0.1, yeah, 0.1. Sometimes they give this kind of tolerance error, such that those that have written 3.4 can be considered maybe, but I don't think so, since this one it's kind of exact. So you may just need to write 35. But if you have to construct, they provide some kind of tolerance error. I don't think in this case they would. Okay. Then we have another question here, which is another circle has radius of 18 centimeters. Calculate the circumference of this circle. So circumference of a circle is equals to, there are two formulas that we use. We can either use pi or diameter, which is pi is multiplied by diameter, or we can say pi multiplied by 2r, as you may know that d, which is diameter, is equals to 2r. Okay. So in this case, we are going to use this particular formula here. This is the formula that we're going to use. All right. Where we are going to say, because what we are given is radius. So we are going now to say pi, which is 3.142 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 18. What do we get? It's a question of us just punching these things or trying to work it out and see what we're going to get. Okay, so we get to see what are we going to get. So when you round off to 3 significant figures, this is what we're going to get. We're going to get 113 centimeters. That is what we're going to get, right? So we go to the next question and see what is there. All right. In this part, all angles are in degrees. In this part, all angles are in degrees. All right, all angles are in degrees. So A, B, C, and D lie on a circle. Center or diameter, diameter AC. That is very important. You need that information. Okay. So diameter AC. Okay, you know what diameter is, isn't it? That line that divides the circle into two equal parts. That is diameter there. All right. Then we go further. Then now we go further and say X, Y is a tangent to the circle at D. You know what a tangent is, isn't it? Then now use the information in the diagram to complete these two simultaneous equations. All right. So now you need to understand this. I hope you're able to see the, or maybe let me try to reduce it a bit. Okay. So when you look at this diameter, this is given on purpose as well as this statement here. All right. Then we need to also understand that OD is the radius. OD is the radius. So at the point of the radius, at the point of contact, at the point where the radius and the tangent meet, they form 90 degrees. You need to understand that. So this angle here is 90 degrees. Like I've told you, that is one of the theorems, like circle theorems. It states that at the point of contact for the radius and the tangent, they form 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees here. All right. And then, because we have also been told that AC is the diameter, there is also another theorem that states that an angle in a semicircle, the angle in a semicircle is 90. So this is also 90 degrees. All right, take note of that. This is also 90 degrees there. It's also 90 degrees there. So we can go to the next question now. So we are told now to say, solve your simultaneous equation. You must show all your working. All right, so we need to solve these simultaneous equations now, showing all our working. So we are going to say 9x plus 3y is equals to 90. All right. Then we have what? 18 minus 4 y is equals to 90. Okay. So we need now to use elimination method. So if we want to eliminate x, we are going to multiply this one by 2, this one by 1. So what will be the new equations? So we are going to have 18x plus 6y is equals to 180. Then this one will remain the same because we are multiplying by 1. All right, this is equals to 90. Then to eliminate x, we need to subtract. We need to subtract. All right. So when you subtract, what do you get? You will discover that this is going to be 18x minus 18x, we get 0. Then at this point, we're going to have 6y minus 4y. So this is going to give us 10y is equals to 90 here. All right. Therefore, y is going to give us what? 9. So the value of y is 9. Then after we have found the value of y, we can get one of the first equations here. For instance, we can pick this one and then say Where there is y here, we put what? 9. So we're going to say 9x plus 3. Then here I put 9. And this is equals to 90. Do you get that? So let's see what we're going to get. So we're going to have 9x is going to give us what? 27 is equals to 90. All right. So let's subtract there and see what we're going to get. What do you get? 9x is equals to, can you get, what are we getting there? When you subtract, you'll be able to get, is it 63? Yeah. We're going to get it 63. All right. So we're going to get it, we're going to get 63. So when we divide both sides by 9, this is going to give us 7. So x is equals to 7, y is equals to 9. I hope that is clear, Silka, and the rest of us. Okay, so we could have written our answers here. You get 3 marks just like that. Okay, then we have another question here that says a closed box in the shape of a cuboid has the length, okay, that's very important, has the length 5 centimeters, width or 5 centimeters length, then width is what? Is 4, and then height is what? Height is 2. Okay. Then draw a net of the cuboid on the 1 centimeter square grid. Okay. So now, if you follow what these people are saying here, you know that a cuboid has how many faces? Has got 6 faces. Yeah, 6. 1, 2, yeah, 6 faces. So those 6 faces, like we're going to have the base, which we can actually say it is going to be a 5 by 4. For instance, this is what I'm talking about. If I'm going to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to say, for instance, this is my base. Here, then this side will have 4. This is 5. So here we'll have 4. Sorry, these are supposed to be straight lines. 4, then we come down like this. Okay? This is like now the bottom part. Now, remember, we are being told that the height is going to be 2. The height will be 2. This is what is going to be the height, 2 centimeters. So meaning, when we start folding it, so here we are drawing the net. So the 2 is going to be this one. So this side, I will extend it by 2. All right. I'm also going to extend it this side by 2. Okay. Sorry, these are supposed to be straight lines. Just follow. I'm also going to extend it this side by 2. Okay, remember, then please use a ruler when doing this. Then this side, we also have another 2 here. Okay, so it's like at this point, when I do this, we have an opening cuboid. When you fold these 4 sides, when you fold them, they are going to give you what? An open cuboid. But it has to be a closed one, isn't it? It has to be a closed one. At this point, it's an open one. So what is going to be closed is this part here. This is the part that will be closing on top, this one. So we need this size, an extension of this side. All right. an extension of this side, which you can actually place on any of these sides. So now, I said this extension, you can extend one of these sides because it will come on top. These four will fold them upwards. Then they'll be like, they'll give us an open cuboid. So the closed one, we need to have the size of this same one, that is the base here, which is going to be a 5 by 4. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we need to extend it by 4 here. We need to extend it by 4. It comes like this. So when you fold this whole arrangement, this thing that I've written here, this is what is going to give us a closed cuboid like this, except that maybe some of the sides are like bent, but you're supposed to do it better than this. This is exactly what you're going to have. It is as simple as this. I hope that is okay. I hope that is okay. When you coming to the next question here. Next question is, a container is a cube with volume 1 meter cubed. Work out the maximum number of these boxes that can be packed into this container. Okay, those boxes, the one whose net we have just drawn. All right. Now, you need to understand that here we are talking about volume. So we have to first of all find the volume of one of those boxes. Now, volume of a cuboid is equals to L multiplied by B multiplied by height. So our L there, we are told it is 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by height, which is 2. Okay. What are we going to get here? So this is going to give us 20 by this one, we get 40 centimeters cubed. All right. So now this is cubed. This is the volume of one box. This is the volume of one box. Now we want to find out how many boxes can be packed into this container. All right. Now we need to convert also this 1 meter cubed to centimeters cubed. So 1 meter cubed is equals to 1 million centimeter cubed. All right. We need to have the same units before we do anything. Therefore, now we are going to have a point. We'll have a point at which now we are going to divide 1 million centimeter cubed divided by 40. Let's see what are we going to get. Centimeter cubed. All right. Cancel these, you cancel that. Then you divide there. You divide there. What do you get? Divide there. What are you going to get? So this is going to give you 25,000. What are you getting? What are you getting? That is what I'm getting here. It's a question of us comparing the answers. It's very possible that I could make a mistake. So that is why we need to make sure that we compare our answers. So we have question B. A shop sells three different sized boxes of rice. The boxes all have the same cost per kilogram. So we have these 3 boxes here. Work out the cost in rupees of box B. Work out the cost in rupees of box B. So you need now to understand that the first The first box is going to give us the price per kilogram. So what we have here, we are being told that 80 rupees is equal to 8 rupees is equal to 750 grams. 750 grams. But here we have been given we need to find the cost per kilogram. So to convert this 750 into kgs or kilograms, we need to divide this by 1000. So what are we going to get? Okay. We'll get, so when we convert this one, we'll get that 8 rupees is equals to 0.75 kgs, isn't it? Now, what we have here is a price for what? Is a price for 80 rupees is giving us 0.7 grams. So we need now to find what about 1 kg? 1 kg or 1 kilogram, what do we get? So we're going to say this is 80, is giving us 0.75, that is kg. Now, we want to find what amount are we going to have here for one here, because that's the price that we want, isn't it? For 1 kilogram. So we are going to cross multiply here. When we cross multiply, we're going to say 1 kilogram is equals to 80 over 0.75. Okay, that is the price that we're going to have. That is the price that we're going to have in terms of rupees for 1 kg or kilogram. So we could say 80 divided by 0.5. Okay? What are we getting there? What are we getting? Okay, so we were saying from this point where we said 80 rupees is equal to 0.75 kgs. Then we are trying now to find what about 1 kg? What do we get from just a kg? So this is where we're saying we are going to have 1 kg. What do we get then in terms of rupees? So this is where we're going to put our x, and we are looking for this x. So when you cross multiply, you are going to have a situation where we say x is equals to 80 divided by, right? So what do we get when we work out this? This is going to give us now 320 over 3, okay? 320 over 3. So now we are saying, in terms of a kg, this is how much it costs in rupees, okay? This is how much it costs. So now we want to find what is the cost in rupees of box B. So you look at what we have in box B here, the number of kilograms that we have, it's 1.35. So we are going to say now, since per kg, this is the amount that it costs. So we are going to say 1.35 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. What do we get here? Okay, you can work that one out and see what we are going to get. Okay, you see what we are going to get there. We multiply those two, so it is giving me 144 rupees. Okay, I don't know what we are getting there. All right, so we can go to the next question now, which says $1 is equal to 64 rupees. Then calculate, okay, calculate the mass, okay, calculate the mass of box C. So what are we going to do at this point? What are we going to do at this point? So you need to understand that we first of all need to find, we need first of all to convert this amount here. We do the conventions, since we are being told that $1 is equals to 64 rupees. Okay, now we need to find how many, okay, how many rupees here will cost 3.50 US dollar. Okay, so what are we going to do here? So this is going to give us, for instance, x is equals to 64 multiplied by 3.50. Okay, so we need now to calculate there. 64 multiplied by 3.50. What do we get? We are going to get 224. All right, 224. Now take note. Take note that what did we just get here? This amount that we got, what is it? Okay, what is it here? This amount that we got, this amount that we got is in rupees. This amount that we got is in rupees. Then now, okay, take note. Then we have a convention where we know that, take note of this one here. It's very important for you to understand that. 1 here, we said 1 kilogram here, it is equals to this rupee, this one here, this rupee. Now we are supposed to convert, give your answer in kilometers, give your answer in kilometers. So it's like now we ought to divide this one by this amount, because we know that a kilometer is equal to 320 divided by rupees. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. I hope that is clear there. So we'll go further down and say we have now 2, 4. This has to be divided by 320 over 3. And you know that this is just the same as 224 multiplied by 3 divided by 2, 320. What are we going to get? Let's see. What are we going to get? 2, 2, we multiply by 3. Okay, then we divide by 320. What are we going to get? So this is going to give us 2.1. 2.1. Okay, that is what we are going to get here. You have to take note of that. Then we have this question here where we are being asked to say, change change 75 centimeters cubed into liters. So 1 liter is equals to what? 1000 centimeter cubed. Okay, so we need to change this into liters. So the first step is we need to divide this. Okay, we need to divide this into liters. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do, isn't it? So what are we going to get when we do the division? What are we going to get when we do the division? So this is going to give us 0.075. All right. So now, this 0.075, we have to give our answer in standard form. So when we write our answer in standard form here, it will be 1, 2. So it will be like 7.5 multiplied by 10 to the power -2 here. All right. How do we write this number in standard form? I think that is easier for you to do. So this is what you're supposed to write as your answer. Please, you should be able to correct me just in case I've also made a mistake somewhere. I would definitely understand and accept your corrections. So we have this question now here, which must question 6. So, and it reads as follows. The diagram shows a fair 9-sided spinner. The numbers on the spinner are 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, and 8. The spinner is spun once. The spinner is spun once. Write down the probability that the spinner lands on the number 8. So how many 8s do we have from this list? We just have 1. And what is the total number of these numbers? It's 9, isn't it? So we are going to say 1/9. That's the probability there. Okay. Then what's the probability that it lands on a number less than 7? So how many numbers are less than 7 here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7, isn't it? So we are going to say the 7/9. That's what we're going to get there. All right. Then we have another question here, which is the spinner is spun 135 times. Work out the expected number of times the spinner lands on the number 6. So how many 6s do we have here? So 6 we have, there are 2 of them, isn't it? There are 2 of them. Okay. So 1, we expect a probability of 2 from the 9. And how many times is it spun? All right. That is what we're supposed to do. That is what we're supposed to do there. So we can work out that. What do we get? We can work out that and see what we get. So this is going to give us 30. Work out the expected number of times. That is what we're going to get there, ladies and gentlemen. And Sioka specifically. Okay. So we have B. H throws a dice 80 times. The results are shown in the frequency table. Write down the mode. Write down the mode. The mode, so we look at the highest frequency here. Which one is the highest frequency? The highest frequency is 16. So meaning the mode is going to be this number that appears this side. So 3, 2, that is appeared more times than any other. All right. Work out the range. Range is equals to the highest number minus the lowest. So we have 6 minus 1. That is going to give us 5. Work out the median. What is the median? Okay, so we say the position. That is the formula that we use here. Position of the median. What is the position of the median? Position of the median is equals to 1 over 2. Then we have n plus 1, like this. Isn't it? That's what we get. So we are going to have 1 over 2. What is n? How many times? 80 plus 1. What do we get here? This is going to give us 40.5. So this is the position where the median lies. The position where the median lies is on the 40. So we come to these numbers and then begin to count here. We should be adding these numbers cumulatively. Then where we are going to have, where the 40 number will be falling under, then we'll bet that as the what? So with the first one is 15.